Hi friends, okay, so now that we have our thesis statements completed, now you're going to want to start working on topic sentences. We always recommend you start working on topic sentences directly after your thesis statements. This way your topic sentences can connect back to the thesis statement you just wrote. So for topic sentences, we want to make sure a couple things. Again, it should always connect back to your thesis statement. It should be telling the reader what your body paragraphs are focusing on for those specific parts of the essay. For this paper, you want to write 3 topic sentences since we have 3 body paragraphs that connect to the different elements of your thesis statement. It's okay if it ends up sounding incredibly repetitive. It's part of organization. However, you should try to start to rephrase things in a new way each time so that your reader doesn't get too bored and your paper doesn't sound too monotonous. This is also where adding transitions in at a later date can really help push your paper along. But for now, go ahead and if the outline can sound incredibly repetitive, and then you can try to spice it up when you write your actual rough draft. So what might this look like for the thesis that we just wrote? If our first part of our thesis statement, part 1, stating the misrepresentation and the effect, looks like, again, persons with physical disabilities are underrepresented in the media, which results in false stereotyping and a lack of differently abled role models, then your 2 body paragraphs will just break up that part 1 of your thesis. So persons with physical disabilities are underrepresented in film and television shows. That would be body paragraph 1. And then body paragraph 2, the underrepresentation of persons with physical disabilities in the media results in false stereotyping and a lack of differently abled role models. Again, it's going to sound really repetitive, but this is telling me that body paragraph 1 is just going to be focusing on the underrepresentation in film and television shows. So my concrete details will reflect that. And then my body paragraph 2 is telling, based on this topic sentence, it's just focusing on the effects. So the false stereotyping and lack of differently abled role models. Again, that would mean that our concrete details are explaining those 2 things. Notice how the thesis statement is laid out in the same order that the body paragraphs are going to be. Now, if we were to scroll down, if we were to scroll down onto our 3rd body paragraph on our outline, this is where our final part of our thesis statement will connect. So if our thesis statement, the second part of our thesis statement says, in order to enact positive change, people creating television shows or films can hire actors who are differently abled. In order to provide inspiration to others with similar disabilities and cultivate a positive relationship within the community, then your body paragraph topic sentence for the 3rd body paragraph would just break that down. So society can enact positive change by casting actors who are differently abled and creating content that tells accurate stories of this community. Again, notice how they're not verbatim word for word the same, but they're clearly connected. There's not a disconnect between the thesis and the topic sentence. So I would transfer that over to the topic sentence, the 3rd body paragraph topic sentence on your outline. And when you're done with that, you have officially finished writing your thesis statements and your topic sentences for your essay. So just to show you again, in the actual outline, I recommend you make sure that your highlights are matching, and you can see, so represented in film and media, underrepresented in film and television shows, results in false stereotyping and lack of differently abled role models, so same thing, and then finally, positive change, positive change. So this is what it would look like when in your outline.